All right, it is the latest installment in the nationwide surge in sports betting, and it could set a precedent for other states. A federal judge in Ohio says prediction market platform Kalshi must follow state regulations on gambling. Kalshi and other prediction markets allow users to wager on a variety of events, including sports.
The outcome of these events are considered contracts, not official wagers. Those are two very important words there. Kalshi leaders argue these are the same as any contract in the financial market, and they should be regulated by the federal government, not states. But a judge there in Ohio says contracts are closer to gambling, so Ohio's gambling rules must apply. Joining us this morning, our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes. Khalif, woo, this has got the newsroom stirred up today, Khalif. It is a word game, right? Trades, investing, whatever you want to call it. Gambling is what they'll judge. Help us understand the difference here with wording.
Bets or contracts, that's probably the biggest definition that I'd say is important here. And I'd say absurdity, because that's right from the judge's mouth. The judge said that this was absurd to believe and attempt to say that this isn't gambling, that this is, straight, that this is more than contracts, that you're investing in oil or futures or, something other than what it is. And so she called them out and said, I don't anticipate that this should be something that should be regulated by the federal government, that the state should regulate this. And they're not the first state. Massachusetts attempted to do the exact same thing. And there are a number of other states that are saying, look, you guys can call it what you want, but if we're looking at it, it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. Hey, it's a duck.
Okay, so Kalshi has said obviously they are going to appeal this, but how do you deal with the split rulings that we have? Excuse me, you mentioned Ohio, Nevada, Massachusetts ruling in that way, saying, hey, you got to comply with the state. But in New Jersey, that was a win for Kalshi. So how do you navigate this?
Well, you have some states that want to have this business coming to their states. They want to have this action, I should say, there. But there are other states that are saying we have a mechanism that's in place to regulate this. And so this isn't something that could, I don't think the federal government can come in and say, you know what, we're going to make a declaration that this is now officially gambling or this is officially trading, because there are things in place that govern that already. On the state level, gaming is individually regulated on the state level. So the federal government can come in and say, you know what, now we're going to take over this and allow individual states to be controlled and dictated by what the federal government says. So regulatory level for gambling, for gaming, is on the state basis. Now, when you're talking about trading, it's regulated on the federal basis. And so I think they were very, in Kalshi, I'm saying it was very naive, but attempting to use the wording, this word game, and attempt to confuse the courts. But this is exactly what it looks like. It is gambling. I agree with the court. Now, they are, only a few states that have said this, but it looks like gambling and it smells like gambling. And I don't know any other way to describe it. It's, yeah, you can call it futures, but that argument, the court was not motivated, not moved, not persuaded. I mean, the court was laughing. To say absurd, that you don't want a judge telling you that.
There was a president a few decades ago that says it depends on what the definition of is, right? I don't know if you remember that.
I do.
You got the state of Utah saying, we don't want this anywhere near our state. This is basically having personal casinos in the pocket of every American. And so then you've got Jersey and you got other states that are going back and forth. Do you see 5 years from now, what happens to prediction markets when one state says it could be gambling and someone else on a case-by-case basis?
Well, I'll try to predict what the prediction markets will look like in the future, and I think that it would fall under gambling. But to the argument that states are saying you don't want people to have many casinos in their pocket, I don't buy that argument either, because you're already allowing that. In 39 states in this country, you can do sports betting right now, and most of that sports betting can happen in your pocket with DraftKings and other things. I think what happened is that a number of these markets already had contracts, or already had negotiated deals with these gaming, with the DraftKings, with these other platforms. And Kalshi was coming in and was working inside of that space, but not being regulated by that space. That meant no fees. That meant no control. That meant the states couldn't tell them what to do. And states want to be able to regulate this. And so they're saying, hey, you can do this in our state. You just got to do it this way. And Kalshi's saying, we don't want to do it. And so I ultimately think they will be considered gambling, and they're profitable, so they'll have to figure out a way to fall under there, but then they'll be competing with something different now. They'll be competing with the DraftKings.
They're going to try to not be competing, right? So quickly here, if you're a lawyer for Kalshi, how are you trying to fight this?
I'm saying that we do not fall under there, that this is a trade that is just like any other future that's out there, that I can trade on oil, I can trade on any other commodity that's out there, and this is just another commodity. I can pick the weather, I can predict the weather, and because of that, I should be able to place a trade on that, not a bet. And I'm overemphasizing that. I'm pointing to any other precedent that's out there that supports that, like New Jersey and not Ohio.
All right. We'll track this and we'll see what ends up happening, Khalif. Thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.